Timeline jump. When you experience a change in reality, it can be overwhelming. Something literally changes, could literally change right before your very eyes. You might have it in your awareness. These changes, they're very potent. They might actually even frighten you. When you have it in your awareness and the change happens right before your eyes, could be physically in physical space, could be in cyberspace. All of a sudden something changes and you've jumped timelines. The 144,000 will be sealed in the forehead. You know, a lot of people, they talk about outer space. Not enough people talk about inner space. Yeah. This is about the power of inner space. I want everyone to write that down in the comments. Inner space. Start to embrace that. Embrace the seal in the forehead. You might have stumbled across this video in divine timing, and you might resonate with the Mandela effect. You have seen changes and a widespread reality. Sometimes these Mandela effects or glitches happen in your personal everyday life. And in the past few days, maybe you have witnessed a major glitch, if you will, in reality, a major shift. Something that was there is no longer there. Something that was a certain way is now a different way. And it can be overwhelming when you know, when you have it in your awareness. And we're going to be utilizing main widespread Mandela effects to help us guide ourselves when we actually experience glitches in our personal reality. Aaron writes, glitchy poo. Maybe you had glitchy poo happen in your everyday life recently. Something changed and you know it changed and you almost feel like, oh, like this can't be real. Are you witnessing things change? You could hit the starbursts in the chat. A lot of people, the live chat is picking up right now. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly smash that like button? I'm very grateful for that, and it helps the algorithms pick this video up because a lot of people probably are witnessing, ready? Changes. You know something changed in reality. You might feel crazy. Other people might say, oh, you're crazy. But where the power lies is when you have maybe another, whatever you want to call it, chosen one, another person that is sealed in the forehead, the 144, hit the 144s, and two people at the same time witness a change in reality. That's the confirmation. Sometimes God makes us cross paths. Okay, I've shared this before in the past. There was a couple of times, I haven't had many energetic things, but I saw like almost like a ball of glitter. And this happened a couple of times, and 2 out of the 3 times, I actually had someone with me at the time where I witnessed it. So it was almost confirmation for me that I'm actually literally seeing this, because when you have someone else, oh, I'm witnessing this at the same time, that's confirmation, because it could be very overwhelming when you're literally seeing a glitch in the matrix right before your very eyes. So this is a very powerful message today. So let's get it out to the people. Timeline jump. Once again, the 144,000 can see Mandela effects. And we'll talk about widespread ones later in this video. But a glitch in reality, and you literally see it change for no reason. This glitch in reality could be something you have. And again, this is something that's part of your conscious awareness. Not something that is like you only see, like maybe you've looked at this thing 5, 7, 10 times. Maybe it's something that you've witnessed for years. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second. This is different right now. For no reason. Okay, this happens a lot. Maybe could happen on the phone. You're seeing a glitch on the phone. A lot of people have been, and I have been experiencing Increased, we're mixing words, increased glitches with the phone, with the apps. Are you witnessing this as well? Glitches on the phone, glitches on the computer. Cyberspace, easy to see those. That's a lot of the glitches happen in cyberspace. Physical space, looking at the landscape, seeing it change. Okay? You know, it's funny in the past couple of days to see an actual glitch, maybe on the phone or computer, and someone else seeing the same exact glitch, confirmation, that's wild. Seeing a physical space, maybe you know the contours of an area. Maybe it could be a nature area. Some people, not me personally, but some people have seen buildings literally change. If you have seen this, or maybe know a friend or heard a story about that, you could also share that in the comments. But physical space, looking at the contour of the beach, and I'm noticing a change, and then like a little bit later, my friend notices a change as well. The physical attributes of the beach change right before, like, what? Wait, was that track there? Oh, was that hill over there? Following along? Do you witness these things? There's outer space and there's inner space. We're going to go real deep today. You know, some people, and you have to go, you have to listen to this message from a higher vantage point, maybe the fifth dimension. Some people might say outer space is fake. Don't think of outer space. Some people have a vision of outer space. Just listen to the words and put everything together in this very powerful message today. When you hear outer space is fake, outer space may be a hologram, a projection of frequency. If you go really deep, they say there is no such thing as solid, liquid, and gas. Something vibrates, a particle vibrates at a specific frequency to make it appear as a solid, liquid, and gas. So now if you start thinking in that, like nothing exists, everything is empty space. Your cells is mostly atoms, empty space. Is this true? So a lot of this is about space. I've shared many times over the course of the journey here, creation is done in the void. Oh, the void is very powerful. Space. It's about space. Now, there's the outer space. Could be universes, galaxies out there, realities out there. What about inner space? What about your inner space? And it's really important that your inner space is not compromised. Once again, it's important that your inner space is not compromised. What do they say biblically? The 144,000 will be sealed in the forehead. You could write that in the comments. I am sealed. Are you sealed? Remember the commercial for Flex Seal? We got the Flex Seal. No water's coming in. Remember the Flex Seal? Yeah, we're all sealed. We got the Flex Seal going. That guy, oh, I got this boat. It's got all these holes in it, and now I can go. No, we're sealed. We got the Flex Seal from the commercial, and we're sealed. Okay? People that are sealed in the forehead, that are conscious and aware, they resonate with Mandela effects. You might hear about Mandela effects. It only takes one, okay? Years ago, you know, I started this. This whole channel is an experiment and a documentation of empowerment. You know, you go back to my very first videos, you know, and one of the first Mandela effect videos I did. It only takes one. It only takes one, and it will crack that pineal gland open, wide open. That pineal gland is wide open. It only takes one. The message lasts the test of time. Everyone write that in the comments. It only takes one. If you are a witness to at least one Mandela effect, remember, you're not going to resonate with every single Mandela effect. And if you're new to the Mandela effects, I'll place videos in the upper left-hand corner at the end of this video. Some people still are new to that. Mandela effects are enlightening, are triggering, right? Because it gets people to, you get a little shaky. What is reality actually? So in the beginning, I said Mandela effects, it only takes one. And I probably wasn't going to win a Tubi for that one, but I came out and I knew what I needed to say, and it takes one ironclad Mandela effect to crack your mind open. One of the big ones for me. So when something is part of your conscious awareness, like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. When I was younger, I used to watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood every single day. My mother saw me watch Mr. Rogers. I did a full video on that one Mandela effect. That's how powerful it is for me. And I remember Mr. Rogers singing, "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." And this is a very small glitch in reality, but if you see it change, it's massive for you. It's massive. You could write that in the comments. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood. Now, you could use the Google. You could go on YouTube. You could pull up Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood episode, and he sings, "It's a Beautiful Day in This Neighborhood." That alone. And some people, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's a big deal. When you start to see these glitches, and when you're a kid, when you're a child, when you're sealed in the forehead and you're singing, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood," and there's residue, it's called Mandela effect residue of another timeline. And now you're seeing it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. That pineal gland is going to crack wide open. So that's something that everyone can, or a lot of people can, widespread things. But what happens when it happens in your everyday life? You're sitting there and you're going to say, who's going to believe me? Who's going to believe me? Right? Who's going to believe me? But on a daily basis, that's why this message is very powerful today. Could you kindly hit the like button so people will get this message? On a daily basis, people are witnessing personal Mandela effects. It's not a major, usually it's not major. Sometimes it could be. Sometimes it could literally change your plans for your life. But, you put something down. You knew it was there. And then it's in a totally different area. It's funny because, within the last, I don't know, maybe 6 months, my mom was saying, "You know what? I put something down." And I said, "Am I going crazy?" And it was in a totally different, and she goes, "I know I put it over there." So it's interesting to see, and you hear stories from other people, and a lot of people are getting personal Mandela effects. AV123 is writing that they're experiencing personal Mandela effects. You are literally witnessing timelines merge. You are literally witnessing different timelines, different realities. The Ford logo as well, Deb. Yeah, that's a big one. People think that you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy. This is how it... But when other people see it at the same time, that is confirming that what you are experiencing is true. You have to go to your inner space. Your inner space knows. I appreciate that, Karishi. I hope I'm saying your name right. You have to go to inner space. You're in this inner space that's inside. That's why you're sealed in the forehead. That is the power. Stop going outside. Don't go out there. Don't go down there. It's dark, right? Bugs Bunny taught us that. Don't go down there. It's dark. You know inside, and it can be scary. But so people's minds, souls are going to be tested. When you think that this is coming to an end, okay? And it's coming to an end. Some people are like, "Yeah, it's coming to an end, baby. Woo! Yeah." And some people are like, "Woo, spooky." It is coming to an end. It's not a statement of fear. It's coming to an end. And something beautiful is going to be birthed. Different timelines, different frequencies, a convergence of frequencies. And it has been hectic and chaotic. When you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, like Tesla taught us, when you are a receiver, Tesla said, I am the receiver, you're picking up a broadcast. And if you pick up 2, maybe 3 radio stations at the same time, it's chaotic. Think about that. Think about you're in a car, you're in a radio. Think about how that dissonance makes you feel. You just want to be tuned into one. And you're hearing 2 stations playing at the same time. And it could throw you off. That's why a lot of people, listen, if you're getting this message and you feel anxiety and thrown off, just think about how it feels when you sit in a car and you have a radio on and all of a sudden it keeps going back and forth to the state. It could drive you wild. Right? So that's what it's like when you're picking up 2 realities. And you could literally see, because in the physical reality, remember, if you think about this, if everything is empty space, nothing is actually physical. Hit the like button if you're learning something new today. Hit the like button if things are starting to make sense from this video today. If nothing's actually solid, if everything is empty space, if you take everything, what's actually, they say it's all, you could fit it into like a sugar cube. There's like nothing there. You take like Mount Everest and fit it into like a spoon. It's all empty space. Something's off here, right? It's a broadcast frequency. You're picking up a frequency of the hologram. That's why you have to. That's why you have to be focused on your inner space. It is scary, and it's not scary like, oh, here come the spookables. It's not scary like that. When you start, you see a glitch in your personal reality, and you know it, this changed, this is not the way it was, it changed. It makes you feel overwhelming because you are now, you feel like you don't have any control. You have no control of the situation. That's why I've shared, you got to kind of just ride the wave and go with it. You got to ride the wave and go with it because God is putting you on a higher timeline through this. You're being transported to a higher timeline. I appreciate all the beautiful comments. Yes, please hit that like button if you just joined us. Very powerful message today. That happens as well, Christal. People don't remember what you told them. That also could be, Christal, selective remembrance, Christal, right? You understand? Right? Selective remembrance. Okay? So not everyone has your best interest in mind. Do you know about selective? Maybe you said something and you said something else. It could be selective remembrance. You have to have an ironclad inner space. You have to know thyself. Cowabunga, baby, is right, Spiritual Bean Coffee. Yeah. You have to really ride the wave and say cowabunga and not hold on. When you try to hold on, the stream is going, the current is going. If you try to hold on, it makes it worse. If you say wee, and I know it's scary, and you say wee and you go with it. Everyone write wee. Just write wee. Here we go. Here it comes. You are going to be shifted onto a brand new timeline by the end of this year. You went through it all. You went through a lot of things last year. Now it's like the finishing. We got to get there somehow. And then one day, you're going to come to the edge of the waterline in the beach. You're going to get to that beach. You're going to look out into the beach. You're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel accomplished. You made it to the 5th dimension, and you're just going to sit there, look out into the ocean, and you're going to say, well, here we are. That's our lives. Relax. You're already here. When you embrace that, when you embrace relax, you're already here. We're constantly on go, go, go. We're trying to do it ourselves. But when we let go and let God, when we let go and let God. I know it can be scary. They even say like there's Mandela effects in the Bible. That's why a lot of people are getting a little shaky. Mandela effects in the Bible. Did the lamb lie down with the lion or the wolf? Getting a little shaky right now. That's why I've been sharing this. You can't go with physical things in the reality. You have to go with inside. You have to go within the DNA receptors. The Word of God is within the inner space, not the outer space. Let's go deep. The Word of God is in the inner space, not the outer space. It's coming to an end. The illusion world is coming to an end. It's a lot to handle. It's overwhelming. If you're getting this message and you literally witness something from you know that this, all of a sudden it's totally different. It changes right before your very eyes. Once you see it, you could never unsee. Once you see it, you can never unsee. When you see Mandela effects, and you knew, right, that this changed before you even learned about Mandela effects, like a boy sitting in his mother's kitchen years ago and going into his mother's Lazy Susan to get peanut butter. Could be 9 years old, looking at the label and say to himself as a boy, oh, I guess they changed Jiffy to Jif years ago because you've been sealed in the forehead the whole time. It's bigger than everything that's happening right now is bigger than you could even imagine. It's bigger than you could ever even imagine. You don't even realize how big it is. Write it in the comments. Bigger than you could imagine. Oh yeah. It's bigger than you could imagine. And you subconsciously, so I keep getting this a lot. I read the comments. Why is this happening? Why am I, doing it? Why am I going through this? Because you have put out that you want this highest timeline. The path less traveled is the path of value. You might have gone through, if you keep shifting, you keep going, here we go, another thing, here we go, leveling up. When is it going to stop? But in the end of this year, it was the path of value. It's the path of value. We're leveling up through different frequencies. All the different dimensional planes, we keep leveling up. We keep going. And you have to have that seal. You have to have that inexhaustible belief. This is why I shared with you many times the outer space, the people that are out there that try. The only way that you could be stopped is if they creep and slither into your inner space. And what they will do is try to get into your mind and create something that is called self-doubt. And then all of a sudden you start doubting yourself, and then it's trying to halt you. That's why you have to have the inexhaustible belief. You are sealed in the forehead, and you just keep going. Lisa writes, protect your energy. All of these things that, it kind of comes together. You don't see it at face value. You don't see it at face value. How does a Mandela effect, how does a glitch in reality? But the glitch in reality, and this could happen many ways. Every decision you make, every time you connect with someone, you are creating a little ripple in the reality. And that ripple, the butterfly effect, can become a massive tidal wave. The only way, ready? The only way that this doesn't happen is if you sit on the couch like Tom. Some people don't like, it's a fine. I don't care. Are you in this place? I'm here to better people. I'm here. If you want to improve your everyday life, if you want to jump timelines, this is authentic manifestation. This is authentic changing of the timelines. If you sit on the couch and do nothing, body's at rest, stay at rest. None of these things is, it's so spiritual. These are the things we have to stay focused on. Okay? If you're new to the channel, we had a very powerful week. Please head over to the channel page, the very first playlist, and just watch them in order, and you'll be right where we are. If you're new to the channel, a lot of the channels intertwine with each other. That's why you have to be here on a daily basis to get some of the things, the jokes, the so on and so forth, the lessons. They all intertwine. We're here to do something that's never been done before as we build a foundation for something that is tremendous. It's tremendous. You could write that in the comments. It's tremendous. You love this channel, right? Yeah. No, everything you do is creating that little ripple. And that little ripple, right, the butterfly effect can eventually become something massive. That little butterfly that, whoo! You have to embrace this right now. And you have to really believe in your inner space. There's a lot of talk that's out there. But what is going to differentiate yourself, ready? What is going to differentiate yourself is taking the path less traveled. Are people talking about outer space or inner space? I bet you some people I never heard that term, inner space. I've been focused on inner space for months now. Do you see the changes, right? How the channel is amplifying. You know, a lot of things, and I've shared this, okay? The channel reflects what's going on in my inner space. That's why with a sense of urgency, you have to be focused, ironclad with your inner space, protect your energy. If you're getting this message and you literally are starting to see changes in your reality, you know, you have a knowing, relax. I know it's difficult. I go through this myself. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible. I'm seeing something say, how did this totally change? Your inner space. Your inner space. Be focused. Be mindful. Take the time to sit alone with God. You know, the times, and you might do this, and that's why, you know, we're very similar. You might sit out, could be on the beach, could be in a place of nature, and you sit there alone. That's where you're going to find the answers. You'll find the answers there. But when you're busy all day long, when you're distracted all day long, when you're in a state of anxiety all day long, take the time to connect with people at a very deep level. A lot of the things that you've been taught are backwards, opposite. We're here to fix that. For the past few years, I've seen this happen. It's so foreign. Some things, if you have a strong inner space, you kind of came into this world, and certain things were natural, and certain things you were like, oh, this is, remember that meme with that guy? Who's that guy? He's like, no. I like to use memes, world famous memes to help teach, and you're like, ooh, I don't want none of that. Some things seem so fun. You could have been a child in school. You're like, something's wrong with this. Something's wrong here. Yes, and repeating things. You're building the subconscious programs. Build new ones. Doing new things. That builds new neuroplasticity. New neural pathways in the brain by doing something new. Brand spanking new, baby. Yeah. We're on a brand spanking new timeline. Everyone, 1,000 people, write that in the comments. We are on the brand new timeline. Do you see it happening? We have to be in a place of total transparency. In the beginning of this year, on this channel, I said brand new timeline. Do you see it already? And we will continue to shift onto this timeline all the way through this year. This year is not last year. It was a bumpy ride. And those messages last the test of time. We had to go through it. It made us better than we were before. Are you better than you were before? Smash that like button if you're more powerful than ever before. If you're getting this message and you know you have seen a change in reality, you ain't crazy, kid. You're just shifting timelines. We should put that one on the shirt. You ain't crazy, kid. You're just shifting timelines. It is true though, right? You ain't crazy. You're just shifting timelines. So, and that's why you have to be grateful for the people that are coming into your life this year. Better people are coming into your life, serving a higher purpose. And every connection that you make, you need to really focus on how, when you connect with someone, don't have expectations. How are we making each other better? How are the new relationships? How are the new friendships? How are the new partnerships? When I think of partners, how do we make each other better synergistically? That's what we have to stay focused on as we move to the new earth. None of us were perfect. That's why we had to go through these shifts. That's why God is shifting us onto the new timeline. Why? Because it's your inner space. Go into the inner space. The frequency comes out of the body. Some people might think this is wackadoo stuff. That's okay. I'm here to show you how we're shifting. You got to go into the inner space. That frequency that comes from the heart chakra, which is emitting an electromagnetic field 5,000 times greater than the brain. Outwards. Now we are receiving the new frequency according to our inner space. The outer space is a reflection of what's coming from the inner space. Please smash that like button. Not only are we going to hit a very special number, it will help others get this message that is going to help them. Your reality is shifting according to your inner space. You are seeing changes. You ain't crazy. You know, years ago when I was teaching science, I was so proud of these students. They won the district science fair, and they did a science fair project on the Mandela effect. And it was so fascinating. And to see a lot of teachers and district leaders so fascinated by this, this was the vision I had for where we're going in the future to teach about frequencies and things like that. And you know, the minds and hearts of children, when they are pure. What I realized, I had to do a lot of learning. You know, teaching adults, I thought adults were going to be adults, and I've realized that children are actually more authentic than most adults. Does that resonate with you? And to see how adults gaslight you, you pay attention to this message. Is this the truth? When adults gaslight you, maybe your friends, they could be in their 30s, their 40s, and they actually get angry at you about Mandela effects. Does that resonate with you? But 11-year-old children can win the district science fair on the Mandela effect. This shift is about the content of character. Let's make the world a better place. Let's take out the accountability mirror. And I'm doing this right now because I know I was gaslit and you know, attacked, you know, with words about the man. Do you see that? Oh, but you're crazy. But 11-year-old kids better. 11-year-old kids are better. It's the true story. Smash the like button if you're getting the truth. Let's get the truth. The truth is the content of character. Everyone is what it is. So the moral of the story is just protect your inner space. We could send them love. You could send them love from a distance. Don't engage. You know your reality. If your reality is shifting, you're not crazy. If something totally changed, you're gonna get gaslighting. Full video on gaslighting on the channel page, the greatest channel ever. Everything is connected here. Everything's connected. You might get gaslighting because you witness Mandela effects from adults. Let's be the change we want to see in the world. We literally are witnessing the reality change before our very eyes. So if you are experiencing a timeline jump with glitches in the reality, if you see Mandela effects, if you see changes that are unexplainable, oh, you ain't crazy. You've just shifted timelines. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. We show up every single day here. If today's message resonated with you, please hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We are here to help you become the best version of yourself. As a community, we strive to become 1% better every single day, so that by the end of this year, we will all be on the brand new timeline, on the brand new earth. A lot of people talk about the new earth, but they're waiting. Let's wait for someone to, no, we're going to create it ourselves. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait. I don't have time for gaslighting. I don't have time for anything else. I got time to do it myself. That's the energy theme that you have to use moving forward. I'm going to have better experiences every single day, better people, better lifestyle, better everything. Yeah. When you go through this stuff, and it could be scary at first when you experience a glitch, but afterwards you're like, wow, this is actually better than I even expected. So I hope this was authentic, and know that you ain't crazy. You're just experiencing timeline jump. Love you all. The greatest support of all is really hitting the like button and share. Please share this video. Hit that share button. Share this on your platforms. I'm really grateful for that. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love you all. Bye for now.